I wanted to actually take some time to quickly make a video about City of Threads and the route you're going to do after the first boss leading up to the second boss, where you have to like traverse through the city and find the Queen's guards or whatever it is. I see a lot of groups not only complaining about this, but being extremely inefficient with it, because there's a little bit of like a bait thing that happens. And I don't know if Blizzard did this on purpose, but depending on which mobs are active or which spawn locations they're at, it will lead you in an very non-optimal like route through the area, right? So as some of you may know, you have to kill 4 of the Queen's eyes, I believe they're called. And then after you kill all 4, you have to go to this spot. This is the spot you're going to end up going to regardless, period. He's never in a different location. So when people start going like this, they kill a mob over here and then they trail all the way over here. Then they end up over here last. There's a lot more running. You have all of this downtime, which sucks, to start RP just to run all the way back up the stairs. It's too much. So here is the route that I like to do with my group, and I think there's a lot of time save value here. So this is going to be good both for heroic farming the rest of this week and next. It's going to be great for Mythic 0 week, and it's going to be, of course, great for Mythic Plus because this is a Season 1 dungeon. So sorry about the format. I'll have clips as well talking about where these mobs are located, but I'm also going to be in Photoshop here trying to do my best. So let's get started. So here is my ideal route. When you finish the boss, you're going to be finishing right over on the side of the bridge. You're going to then run up and you're going to attack the mini boss. But during this time, there is an invisible, I don't want to call it an invisible barrier because you can technically walk beyond it. But as soon as you do, the guards will port you back. But this mob is in range, and it's always going to be this one. So you can actually tag it with a range ability. So for example, I like to use Crackling Jade Lightning. Warriors can use like Heroic Throw. Obviously, any type of range caster can throw a spell at it. As long as you tag it, it'll eventually turn into the Queen's Eye and it'll come in. Now, don't get me wrong, in heroic dungeons, you're generally killing the mini boss before you can even really spawn him. But I've had groups that don't kill him that quickly. And also, once you get into Mythic 0 and Mythic Plus, it's going to take much longer to chew through the mini boss's health. So you can pull this guy right away. Now, once this guy is dead, regardless of where the images are telling you where to go, you can go wherever you want. You don't have to go over this side. You don't have to go over here. You don't have to go up here first. You can go wherever your heart desires. So what I like to do, because this area is extremely treacherous, and what I mean by that is there's a lot of the kind of sentry mobs that are patrolling around that you don't want to get hit by. It's very, very difficult to navigate through this area to try to get to be either cliffside or behind the tower. So what I like to do is you can actually, hopefully they don't add a wall, you can walk right around this side and not even worry about the sentries at all. It's pretty much just free real estate over here. If it's not near the cliff, what you do is you run behind the tower. If it's not behind the tower, it means that you're going to loop around and go inside. This is the most, even though you're going a little bit further running time, especially if you like low roll and it's inside the tower, going through the center here, trying to get into the tower is going to take you way longer than just running around because of the patrol routes. So that's how you do section 2. It's going to be in either of those 3 locations. Now back on beta, there was an additional spawn over here, but I don't know if they've removed it because I have not seen it. Maybe it's a mythic only. I'm going off of the context of heroic dungeons that I've been running the last like week and a half. I'm assuming similar like mob trash behavior. But that is the second section of the dungeon. Once you finish section 2, it depends on where they are. Sometimes like due to patrol, like this area is like just you can't navigate through it. So it's actually better to kind of run around. But generally speaking, you're going to be able to run right up these stairs. You can check the vendor stall. I've seen it here more than anywhere else. But if it's not the vendor stall, you'll then run back behind this like arena. They're either on the cliffside or they're on the arenas. Now in this area, because of how like tight the road is and the path, the little image will lead you directly to the mob. So it's pretty easy to figure it out. And then of course, once you're done with this area, you'll run over here. I like to check stairs first near the boss arena. If it's not here, you'll run around. And at this point, you'll know if it's inside the building or behind the tower because the mirror images will go inside the tower showing you where to go. If they start kind of looping around this way, just beeline it right behind the tower here. What's nice about ending in this last area is because you're in the last area, the little executor guy who unlocks the boss arena for you is standing right here. So as long as you're doing any of these, you can have a DPS run out early or a healer, and they can start this role-playing process. As soon as this mob dies, so none of your group has to go over, your group can just go right up the stairs into the boss arena, ready to face off against Nyx and Vix. So that's my strategy on how to do this efficiently. You can get one guy out of the way while fighting the mini boss, And then this route will minimize running time and just maximize efficiency in terms of like timer, both in Mythic Plus, as well as like if you're spamming heroic dungeons to get, you know, items off of boss 2, 3, and 4, this will make this process so much easier. Anyways, I'm going to paint up this picture a little bit more cleanly and probably post it in my Discord, Twitter, etc., etc. So feel free to check it out there and share it. Anyways, I hope this video helped. I wish you guys the best of luck in your dungeons this week, and there's going to be plenty of more content coming out soon. Thank you, Patreon supporters, for everything you do. Hope you're all staying happy, healthy, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.